Have you heard of this new Netflix series, His and Hers? This mystery series stars Tessa Thompson as Anna, a journalist in Atlanta, and John Bernthal as Detective Jack Harper. When Anna catches wind of a murder in Dahlonega, the sleepy town where she grew up, Anna pounces on the case and searches for answers. Detective Jack Harper is strangely suspicious of her involvement, chasing her into the crosshairs of his own investigation. The closer they get to each other, the closer they get to the truth. And we cannot wait to see how it unfolds. Watch His and Hers now, only on Netflix.
Stoveleg Media, igniting conversation.
Welcome to True Crime to Go. What can I get for you?
Man, I tell you what, I loved that drunk raccoon y'all talked about. So I tell you what, I'm going to see your raccoon and I'm going to raise you a monkey.
Pull up to the second window and we'll see you next crime.
Welcome to True Crime to Go. I am John here with Jamie, and I'm sorry that I always turn redneck when I order from your drive-thru.
It's okay. I mean, if anybody ever wants to raise me a monkey, the answer to that's a yes. Every single time.
Brother, I did not think that 2025 would gift us anything better than the drunk raccoon, but early 2026, it's living up to the hype.
Off to a great start, you know?
And it's in God's country. Jamie, take us to Tennessee and get this ball rolling.
Yeah, January. So this week, last 2 weeks in Morristown, Tennessee.
That is right in the middle of like where my house was in Tennessee to where my grandmother's house was. I drove through Morristown every time I visited that old lady.
We drive through Morristown.
She's still alive.
Go down to
So
Norris Lake.
It's kind of speaking in past tense there.
She's still there, maybe. This was a small town in Hamlin County, known for its quiet neighborhoods, historic downtown, and a drive-through between John's house and Grandma. But this new year started out when the police got a call that wasn't about the usual stuff. It was no burglary, no assault, no drugs. It was a monkey.
Metaphorically, this was not a cartoon. This is not a figure of speech. So there was a real live monkey on the loose, reportedly damaging a Morristown business. So this was a story about the monkey named Chester. He was a monkey who broke in and basically caused a crime scene. So on the Sunday morning of January 4th, around 8 a.m., Morristown police were called to the Trade Center. This is not in New York City. This was a pawn shop that also sold musical instruments, as they do. I mean, I've never been into a pawn shop that didn't have a guitar section.
If you had asked me what the Trade Center was, I would have given you that definition.
I would have had to think about it for a minute, but yeah, it's a perfect name. So yeah, this was a pawn store on South Cumberland Street. And when the owners arrived, they found something out of the ordinary. This place was a complete mess, and it reminded me so much of the drunk raccoon. I mean, tables were overturned. All their displays they had set up were damaged. Keyboards that they were trying to sell were tipped over and damaged. There was water running from 4 sinks. There was a bag of chips that had been opened and spread out all over the place, and crackers were opened and eaten, but then left traces of it all over the store. So, I mean, you walk into this place, what's the first thing you think of? I think of the wet bandits from Home Alone.
Yeah, they're going to flood the place.
They've been robbed, and they're trying to flood the place. And they had my crackers while I was gone.
I mean, this monkey's after all the carbs. Security footage showed that he came through a little crack in a small pet door.
So they're like mice. They can
Why
just
do you have
squeeze
the
through a little
pet door at your pawn shop. I mean, why not though?
I guess, there are businesses where we live that have like cats or dogs in them all the time. It's like their little mascots.
This Capuchin monkey named Chester was there for several hours. He climbed over the musical gear. He turned on the sinks, which I find really odd. Like, how did it know to, I hope it was one of those things where you just like pull a lever. Because if he went over there and twisted it, then, that's some monkey business. Store owner, Loretta Bryant, also what I would have guessed, later told reporters that she walked in expecting a normal Sunday morning, but she found a monkey sitting in a floor full of chaos, including battered computer keyboards in a scene that you would never expect in Tennessee in a pawn shop that also sells musical equipment.
This is absolutely insane, and I just love it so much that we're here talking about a crime scene with a monkey. I mean, where did this monkey come from?
I know, wasn't there in South Carolina like some monkeys that escaped from a zoo?
Do you think that could be one of them?
I don't know. Where else? Monkeys, believe it or not, are not native to Morristown, Tennessee that I know of.
So Chester wasn't an escaped zoo animal. He was, he was a wild primate that, I don't know.
I don't believe that. There are no monkeys there.
Yeah. I mean, he is technically a wild primate, but not native to that area. So according to local authorities, this monkey must have been owned by somebody. He actually was reportedly stolen, allegedly from a farm in Alabama, and later sold to someone in Tennessee. That is the most, could you imagine being at a bonfire with your buddies and be like, hey guys, had to go down to Alabama last week, sold a bobcat, which you're talking about like a piece of equipment.
Yep.
Ended up trading half of it for a monkey. This is my buddy Chester.
I don't think this was a purchase. I think this was a football bet. If Alabama wins, I'll get the monkey. If Tennessee wins, you get my drunken raccoon. At least the monkey wasn't drunk.
That we know of.
That's a good point.
There's more investigation left to go.
I really want to see the video of him turning on the sink. That seems...
I mean, he was thirsty, and
smart.
monkeys are smart.
How'd they know his name was Chester? Did he tell him?
I don't know.
Like,
maybe
is this some Planet of the Apes stuff?
I don't know.
Call me Chester.
You could imagine the social media buzz that happened after this. There were photos and videos shared. There's, we can try to post a picture of this in the show notes or maybe on the Facebook posts when we upload it. But it's amazing. This place was an absolute disaster because of little Chester.
Do we know where Chester is now?
Let me see if I can find where Chester is. Maybe he's in the big zoo,
Yeah, in the big zoo in the sky? Or are you saying they killed him?
I mean, this is in Tennessee, man. You don't mess with a pawn shop.
That's true. I mean, that's a federal offense pretty much. That's like stealing a man's horse.
I think they ought to just keep Chester there and train him to be a little nicer,
Yeah, I think he could do some good. Sell some things, trade some stuff.
He was traded himself. Maybe that's why he was so mad. He's like, this is a trade store. I got traded.
I was pawned. I feel like a pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a wild story.
It's real.
I love it so much. I really want just to do a podcast about monkey break-ins or animal break-ins.
Animal break-ins.com.
We're going to go buy that web domain right now.
Animalbreakins.com.
This has been a crime story in 10 minutes or less.
Would you like crime with that?
You've listened to True Crimecast, distributed by Stoveleg Media. Check out stoveleg.com to find out more about your hosts and to find other podcasts to listen to. Stoveleg Media, igniting conversation.